Hello everyone, I welcome you all for lecture 2 of module 4. Today we'll discuss about Indian national water policy. The national water policy is formulated by the Ministry of Water Resources of the Government of India to govern the planning and development of water resources and their optimum utilization. The first national water policy was adopted in September 1987. It was reviewed and updated in 2002 and in 2012. The need for a national water policy. The water is a prime natural resource, a basic human need, and a precious national asset. Planning and development resources need to be governed by national perspectives. India has more than 18% of world's population but has only 4% of renewable water resources, 2.4% of land area. There are further limited there are further limits on utilizable quantities of water owing to uneven distribution over time and space. That means the distribution of water from one place to another place is highly variable, as well as with time, with season also there will be highly vulnerability. In addition, there are challenges of flood and drought, growing population, rising need, climate change, mismanagement, wastage, inefficient use, and also pollution. Water, like air, is one of the most basic requirements for life. Under the Indian Constitution, water is primarily a state subject, but it is an increasingly important national concern. Different state governments tend to adopt different positions on the rights of different states over the water of a river basin. The national statement of the general legal position and principles that should govern in such cases in a desirable way should be required. Hence, a national water policy is necessary. The nature and scope of a national water law. The proposed national water law is not intended to centralize water management or to change the center state relations in any way. It is a framework of law, that is, an umbrella statement of general principles governing the exercise of legislative or executive powers by the center, the states, and the local governance institutions. The law is to be justificable in the sense that the law passed and the executive actions taken by the central and state governments and the developed functions are exercised in the nation. Any deviation from this can be challenged in a court of law. No administrative machinery or institutional structure is predicting that the center under this framework, hence, no penal provisions are expected. Other key issues: lack of awareness. Lack of awareness about the law and policy framework is still a major issue in rural India. Lack of participation. The lack of public participation in a law policy making process is a collateral impact of general awareness. Mostly, law and policy making process follow a top to bottom approach where people are at the receiving end, having no role to play in framing the of norms and regulations. This situation is worse in a rural area where people cannot read and write. A lot of efforts need to be put to make a bottom to top approach work in law and policy making process. Hence, idea of participation is also important from the angle of implementation of various policies. Gender and caste discrimination. Gender and caste discrimination, the caste, gender and caste are two important factors to be given adequate attention in the law and policy framework related to water and sanitation. Women and lower caste people are quite often neglected sections. Even though women can play crucial and effective role in water resource management and development, they are mostly nowhere in the picture of framing and implementation of various policies and schemes. The emerging legal framework also, by implication, excludes women. For instance, the participatory irrigation management laws allows only the landowners or occupiers to become the members of water users associations. Consequently, women are excluded from the key decision making process. Caste also a crucial determining factor. Even though caste discrimination has been prohibited by law, it is still prevalent in rural areas. Lower caste people usually has to wait till the higher caste people finishes fetching water. Hence, actions are needed from the side of the government to eliminate those anti-inhuman practices. With this, we end up the lecture 2 of module 4. Thank you.